The Philadelphia Eagles are flying high, while chaos explodes all around them. Micah Parsons just dropped a trade bomb on Dallas. The Commanders are in total meltdown, and meanwhile, Saquon Barkley just reminded everyone he's still him. Buckle up. This is the most dramatic week of the NFC East yet. Week 2 of training camp is officially over. And while the Eagles quietly handled business in Philly, everything around them in the NFC East is falling apart. Let's start with the most shocking news. Cowboys superstar Micah Parsons just requested a trade. Yes, you heard that right. The face of Dallas's defense wants out. Sources say the relationship between Parsons and the Cowboys has completely fallen apart. It started in the spring when Parsons had private talks with Jerry Jones. The Cowboys thought they had a deal, but Parsons didn't agree. He believed it was just a conversation and wanted his agent to handle the real negotiations. Then things got ugly. When Parsons' agent stepped in to begin official contract talks, the Cowboys straight up refused. No discussions. No counteroffers. Nothing. They told Parsons they already had a deal, even though he never agreed to anything. Now, training camp is here, and Parsons is not practicing. He says it's a minor injury, but fans and insiders know what's really happening. He's holding out, trying to force the Cowboys to pay him top dollar. He wants to be the highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. And then, boom, Friday afternoon, Parsons dropped a bomb on social media. In an emotional post, he said, "I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be part of secret negotiations without my agent. And I won't keep taking shots for this team while they disrespect me." That's a direct hit at the Cowboys front office. And suddenly, everything is on fire in Dallas. Just imagine, your best defensive player wants out. Your front office is silent. Your fans are panicking. And week 1 is just around the corner. Let's not forget, the last time a young superstar pass rusher was traded like this, the Raiders sent Khalil Mack to the Bears for 2 first-round picks, a second-rounder, and more. If Parsons really leaves, it's going to cost someone a fortune. Meanwhile, some fans are dreaming of Micah in midnight green. But let's be real, he might be an Eagles fan, but jumping to Philly? That's almost impossible under the current cap and trade rules. And remember, even Myles Garrett pulled the same move earlier this year, posting a cryptic trade message online, only to later take the money and stay in Cleveland. So is this just a power move by Parsons? Or is this the end of his time in Big D? We'll find out soon. But one thing is clear. The Eagles look focused, the Cowboys look broken. Do you think Micah Parsons will really be traded? And if he is, where should he go? Drop your answer in the comments and rate your confidence in the Eagles' chances to win the NFC East after this madness. Micah Parsons might not be leaving Dallas yet, but something strange is definitely happening. Let's be honest, the chances of the Philadelphia Eagles actually trading for Micah Parsons are pretty much zero. It would take a mountain of draft picks, and the Cowboys would never trade their superstar linebacker to a division rival. Especially not the Eagles. But that doesn't mean Philly can't have a little fun. If you know anything about Howie Roseman, you know this: he loves to make phone calls, stir the pot, and play mind games. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually picks up the phone and calls Jerry Jones just to mess with him. Even if it's just a joke. Just to remind Dallas who really runs the NFC East. Let's break it down. If you want Micah Parsons, it would cost you at least 3 first-round picks. And you'd have to pay him $40 million a year after that. That's insane. And even crazier, some fans think giving up Nolan Smith plus a first-rounder for Parsons is a fair deal. No way. Nolan is younger, cheaper, and full of potential. No thanks. Philly is smarter than that. Now here's where it gets serious. Terry McLaurin drops a bombshell. While everyone's watching Micah in Dallas, Washington just took a hit that could change everything. Terry McLaurin, the heart and soul of the Commanders' offense, has officially requested a trade. He's not getting the contract he wants, and it looks like the front office in DC is once again falling apart. And this time, it's not just rumors. NFL insider Diana Russini said an anonymous GM told her Washington is too late. They had chances to fix this. Now they either tell him he's not being traded or risk losing their best player. Let me be clear. This is a disaster for the Commanders. Terry is about to turn 30, and he wants big money, $30 million a year. Washington doesn't want to pay him that, and now he wants out. And guess who this hurts the most? Jaden Daniels, the rookie QB who had fans dreaming of a breakout season. Now, if McLaurin leaves, he's throwing to Deebo Samuel and who else? It's a nightmare. Washington had a chance to build something special. Now they're fumbling it. Eagles stay focused and get good news. While Dallas and Washington are melting down, Philly is staying locked in, and Friday's padded practice gave fans even more reasons to believe. Nakobe Dean was spotted sprinting down the field before practice, full speed, working his way back from the PUP list. This is huge. Philly needs him healthy, and he's clearly getting close. And guess who else showed up? Rookie safety Drew Makuba, wearing pads, going through drills, and taking the next step toward returning. He didn't do full contact yet, and he's still being careful with that shoulder. But he's right there. Just a few more days, and he could be 100%. It's not all perfect, though. Players still sidelined include Zach Bond, E.J. Jenkins, Terrace Marshall, rookie cornerback McWilliams, Devonta Smith, Nolan Smith, and Ben Van Sumeren. The good news? Nolan Smith is only dealing with a concussion, no long-term damage. He should be back soon. So while chaos breaks out in Dallas and Washington, the Eagles just keep getting healthier, stronger, and more locked in. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's handling their offseason better, the Eagles, Cowboys, or Commanders? And what do you think will happen with McLaurin and Parsons? Rate your confidence in your team from 1 to 10 right now, and let's talk football. Something strange happened with one of the Eagles' players. We still don't know how or when it happened, but he's been dealing with a concussion. That's serious. Concussions usually keep players away from the field, away from the lights, even away from the sun. But today, there was a small sign of hope. He was seen at practice. He wasn't running drills, but he was there, on the field, no hat, no dark glasses, standing under the bright sun, just watching. That might not seem like much, but it actually means a lot. It's a very good sign that he's getting better and could be back sooner than expected. Now let's talk about the action from Friday's practice, and Eagles fans, this was big. The offense, which had been struggling lately, finally came alive during the 11-on-11 drills. And the player who lit the spark? Will Shipley. Shipley made the play of the day, a beautiful 20-yard wheel route where he burned linebacker Jihad Campbell in one-on-one man coverage. Jalen Hurts dropped the ball in perfectly for the touchdown. That was the first of several scoring plays from the Eagles' offense that day. Campbell didn't have a terrible day. In fact, he played well overall. But this is now 2 days in a row that Shipley has beaten him in similar matchups. And that's starting to become a small concern. Campbell, a young linebacker out of Alabama, has shown plenty of promise, but man coverage against quick running backs seems to be the one area where he still needs to grow. After practice, Campbell went on WIP radio and spoke directly to fans. And what he said gave a clear picture of who he is. I'm a raw, relentless player. I'm going to help this defense win games, help special teams, support our offense, and never back down from a challenge. I believe respect is earned, not given. That's the kind of mindset Eagles fans should love. He even hinted that he might play next Thursday. Keep an eye on him. This rookie is going to be something special. Eagles defensive backs, still searching for answers, now shifting to the secondary. Cornerback Kelly Ringo got another chance to start outside. He had some good reps, and some rough ones. He was flagged for pass interference on a deep ball and then gave up a touchdown on a crossing route to Elijah Cooks during red zone work. To be fair, Ringo wasn't totally out of position. He was there, but didn't turn his head around in time, and in the NFL, that's all it takes to give up a big play. As for Adoree Jackson, he had a slightly better day, but nothing eye-popping either. Right now, the hype around Ringo hasn't taken off yet. He's not playing badly, but he's not standing out. We'll see if Thursday's preseason game brings a change. Surprise of the day. Elijah Cooks is rising fast. The big positive in all this? Wide receiver Elijah Cooks. He beat Ringo for that touchdown and has been quietly climbing the depth chart. With Terrace Marshall still on the sideline, Cooks might now be WR4 based on performance. After practice, Eli Ricks talked about him. He's big, he's strong, and he's a major red zone threat. He can make contested catches, and I really can't wait to watch him in the preseason. This could be the beginning of something special. Keep your eyes on Elijah Cooks. Another rookie flash. Smile Mondon shines again. Don't forget about Smile Mondon. With Zach Bond still out, Mondon got a few first-team reps, and what did he do? He broke up a pass against Saquon Barkley in one-on-one drills. That's not easy to do, even for a veteran. Sure, Mondon may just be a special teamer for now, but his future is looking very bright. The kid from Georgia is showing signs that he's ready to make noise. Defensive line gets a boost. We finish with the defensive front, and Ty Robinson had his best practice yet. He knocked down a pass from Tanner McKee and pulled off a sweet swim move to beat rookie Cameron Williams in one-on-one pass rush drills. He's starting to grow step by step. It's slow progress, but it's real. Eagles fans, we want to hear from you. Who impressed you the most in this practice update? Shipley, Campbell, Cooks, or Mondon? Rate your confidence in the Eagles' defense right now from 1 to 10 in the comments. And don't forget to like the video if you believe this rookie class is underrated but dangerous. Let's start with some real excitement from Eagles training camp, because what we saw today was electric. This wasn't just another routine practice. This was a day full of breakout plays, powerful energy, and stars reminding us exactly who they are. First, let's talk about Moro Ojomo. The young defensive tackle is making serious noise. He's always been a hard worker, but today was special. In full pads, Ojomo absolutely exploded off the line. On one rep, he bull rushed right through Tyler Steen, and we're not talking about just winning the battle. We're talking about domination. Ojomo got to Jalen Hurts, knocked the football out, and created a strip sack that got everyone on the field buzzing. And that wasn't all. Later in team drills, he picked up another sack. The second-year lineman is looking like one of the biggest risers at camp. Honestly, I haven't seen a player this dialed in during year 2 in a long time. Ojomo's motor, strength, and focus are on another level. Keep your eyes on him. This guy looks like a future star. Azeez Ojulari steps up too. Another name that finally popped up. Azeez Ojulari. It's been a quiet camp for him so far. Barely heard his name. But today, he finally got a chance with the first-team defense since Nolan Smith was out. And he made the most of it. Ojulari picked up his first sack of camp, and you could see the confidence come back into his game. Now, both he and Josh Uche have 1 sack each. It might not seem like much, but for a player fighting for a role, this is a huge deal. Momentum starts small, and this was his spark. But the true star of the day? Saquon Barkley. Buckle up, because this was the Saquon we've all been waiting for. The Eagles finally unleashed their top weapon today. After easing him in for most of camp, Barkley was let loose, and the results were terrifying for the defense. He had 14 total touches, the most he's had in a single camp day so far, and he scored 2 rushing touchdowns. After one score, he even had a little joint match with Reed Blankenship. That edge? That swagger? It's back. And on top of that, Saquon showed the same burst, speed, and agility that made him Offensive Player of the Year last season. The cuts, the footwork, the acceleration. This wasn't just a good day, it was a reminder, a warning to the league. He's still him. And here's what made it even better. The entire offense responded. Jalen Hurts looked sharp. He connected with A.J. Brown multiple times, and even got Anaya Smith involved early. Everything just looked smoother. That's the power of Saquon. When he's clicking, the whole team breathes easier. Offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo clearly said, "Let's stop messing around. Let's feed our guy." And when Saquon got his chances, he didn't waste a single one. For anyone out there talking about a sophomore slump in Philly, forget it. If Saquon stays healthy, he might even be better than he was last year. Final thoughts from camp. This was a sharp day overall. The team cut down on penalties, which had been a problem earlier in the week, and the energy felt locked in. With just a few days left before the first preseason game against the Bengals, it feels like the Eagles are peaking at the right time. Every unit is sharpening. Every battle is getting intense. And now the stars are starting to shine. Eagles fans, how confident are you after today's camp update? On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready is this team to dominate Week 1? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let me know which player impressed you most.